I'll tell you what, it's a big day today for me. The long and the short of it, today, this morning, I have put that copy of Rocket Boys and the copy of 1984, I've put them on Gumtree this morning for £125,000 because that's half of what I need to get 3 people like me on the road going all over the country doing what I do. They can have the books and they can have the money back.
There is no short, so don't say with the long and the short. It's all long with you. You tell the story, and I'm going to Google it.
Eddie Nesta, BBC Radio London.
Nick.
Yes, Edward.
How are you, Nicholas?
I'm on fire, Eddie.
Go for it.
Eddie, it's a big day today for the whole world, for everybody on this planet who's making a difference, because it's hashtag Giving Tuesday Day. Did you know that?
No. And I'm going to Google it. Because if you're having me over and talking nonsense, I'm going to cut you off. Right. So today is Giving Tuesday.
How long have we got, Eddie? It's a national, global thing where people give. They give time. They might just make some cakes for the neighbour. They might give money to charities. It's give. It's a day it's a day of radical generosity. How about that as a thought? But you may remember, I run a non-profit, a charity called STEAM Co, which is all about inspiring kids to aim higher and high with their creativity and community. And basically, I've just been on the adventure of a lifetime. Back in 2016, the Swansea bookshop, the Swansea Oxfam bookshop, put a sign up saying, please do not bring any more copies of Dan Brown's Da Vinci Code in because we're up to our eyeballs with them. An artist called David Shrigley saw this. He got 6,000 copies, pulped them up to make paper in a paper mill, and printed George Orwell's 1984 on the paper, which is out of copyright, so you're allowed to do that. And basically, I saw this, and they were knocking them out in the Oxfam bookshop down in Swansea. So I jumped in my Starship, went down there, hashtag Starship22, before you start asking too many questions about my Starship. And basically, I camped outside the shop, was down there with everybody else first in the queue in the morning, and I got a copy of this book. Now, hold on to your hat, Eddie, because I raise money from a non-profit, and I've got to be very careful what I do with that money, but I gave that Oxfam bookshop, or David Shrigley, £500 for a copy of the George Orwell 1984 book. They sold 250 copies in 2 hours. They took 125 grand that morning. Now, basically, I had some speakers on the top of the van. I was playing 1984 by the Eurythmics, a Disco Dad remix, absolute banger, playing that on the speakers. And I had an idea, and I looked up the Eurythmics and Dave Stewart, who was in Eurythmics, as you know, and he's from Sunderland originally, and he was doing a gig that following Friday up in Sunderland, 40 years of the Eurythmics Sweet Dreams. So I jumped in the van, went up there, and ended up at the after party. Now, what's happening in parallel? You're still with me? You're still awake, Eddie? You haven't dozed off, have you?
Only just, you know.
Only just.
And my sweet dreams are starting to turn into something else.
Because you haven't got an ad break to go to. So basically, my dad, 83-year-old, found a book in the Oxfam bookshop that he volunteers in because he's all about making a difference in Ludlow in Shropshire. And this book was called Rocket Boys. And he gave it to me. He said, Nick, best book I've ever read in my life. It's about 4 boys who, in a coal mining town in America in the 1950s, didn't want to be coal miners. They looked in the sky, saw the Sputnik, learned to make rockets, ended up working for NASA. I connected with the author, Homer Hickam, and he's now the patron of my charity. And today, this morning, I have put that copy of Rocket Boys and the copy of 1984, I've put them on Gumtree this morning for £125,000. Hold on to your horses, because that's half of what I need to get 3 people like me on the road going all over the country doing what I do.
Give the charity a mention.
STEAM Co.
Non-for-profit organised, not-for-profit organisation.
Not-for-profit.
Right. Give it a mention so that people can look it up if they want.
And basically, if anyone wants to look this up, look up hashtag 1984 in 23. Hashtag 1984 in 23. Because the long and short of it, if anybody will put 125 grand down, I'm taking that as a bet, and I'm going to try and raise the other 125 by the end of January. If I do, they give me the money. If they don't, they can have the books and they can have the money back.
There is no short. So don't say with the long and the short. It's all long with you. Have a great day. We'll talk again soon.
Let's ask, what if? Let's start a creativity revolution.
People say I'm a man on a mission because I want to inspire a creativity revolution to help our kids aim not just high, but higher than my high views with their creativity.
A man on a mission to inspire children to aim higher has been speaking to youngsters about rocket science in Sunderland. Nick Corson runs a community enterprise to champion creativity. He's fundraising and wants more people to take on his role.
People say I'm a man on a mission because I want to inspire a creativity revolution to help our kids aim not just high, but higher than my high views with their creativity.
Touring schools, Nick Corson talks on a whole range of topics such as the environment, computer coding and rocket science.
What is it you're making?
I'm making the fins on a rocket.
How hard is rocket science?
Very hard, but if you work as a team, it's way easier.
Ding ding, oh, open the door.
He started Steamco and travels around the country. Now he wants more people to take on his role.
I'm trying to raise £1 million to inspire 1 million kids by getting 23 of our little pop-up Creativity Day art trucks on the road that contain everything you need to run a Creativity Day like this in a primary school or in a community at a fete or a festival. I believe that there are people out there who can do my job better than me, as well as me, whatever, and I need to find 23 people to do my job. Right, come around here. I'd like to think that a child that sat through my assembly today goes home tonight and sits down on their computer, not to play a game, not to just browse through stuff, but to go and look into a bit more information about something we talked about. One, fire! Whoa!
Don't you know, talking about a revolution sounds whisper. Don't you know?
One day, one of those children from Sunderland will have an idea that will change the world.
Oh, that's very kind of you. Thank you. Did you enjoy it? Thank you. Bye.